Tallstar's Revenge, Chapter 4. The camp entrance swished as Sandgrass padded into camp. Plume caught in Mist Mouse at his tail. Mud streaked Sandgrass's pelt, and his shoulders sagged. Talkit hurried to greet him. "Hi, Kit," Sandgrass meowed. "Have you had a good day?" "Yes, Flamepel's been telling us about the time he chased a rabbit all the way under Shadowclan Tartar." "Ah, that's a good story." Sandgrass ran his tail along Talkit's spine. The tip felt wet and smelled of mud. "We've been working on the gorge tunnel." "Sandgrass!" Tallstar leaped out in the meeting hall and crossed the camp. Feather bounded after her. "How's the work going?" Tallstar prompted. The leader's gaze flipped over the muddy, bloody-clad pelts of Plumka and Mist Mouse, and there was a flash of concern in her eyes. "It's fine," Sandgrass reported. "We shored up the stretch beyond the peat ridge. It's steep there, but we've pulled up clay from lower down and strengthened the tunnel walls." Feather narrowed his eyes. "It seems like a lot of work." Plumka shook out her pelt. "It's been worth it. It'll be worth it once it's finished." "When will it be?" Tallstar asked. Mist Mouse exchanged glances with Sandgrass. "It's hard to say," she meowed. "We've been telling Tortoy we haven't worked before. It's difficult to predict whether we're going to meet sand or clay or stone next." Feather moved beside Tallstar. "It sounds dangerous." "It's challenging," Sandgrass puffed out his chest, "but we've been learning a lot. And when it's done, Winclan will have a secret route from the top of a moor right down to the river." "What about the cliff face?" Tallstar's ears twitched. "You can't tell through the rock." "We've planned for that," Plumka explained. "There's a seam of clay just as the river drops into the deepest part of the gorge. We plan to dig up through that and meet the tunnel coming down." "Won't RiverClan be able to see it from the bottom of the gorge?" Feather asked. "There are brambles," Sandgrass told him. "The entrance will be hidden." He looked at Talkit. "I can't wait to show you, Bird." Talkit felt a rush of pride. Sandgrass could do things even the clan leader couldn't. "I can't wait to see it," he mewed. "Me apprentice in time to finish digging it," Sandgrass purred. Talkit stiffened. He suddenly imagined himself at the bottom of a long tunnel, far from the sky, digging in the dark through filthy clay, desperately trying to find the way to fresh air. He swelled his chest tight. "Yeah," he whispered, shakily. Tallstar flopped up her fur. "You'd better get dry," she advised the tunnelers. "You'd better get dry," Tallstar told the "You'd better get dry," she advised the tunnelers. "This chilly wind will give you grain coughs if you're not careful." Sandgrass nodded and headed away. "Come on, Talkit," he called. "Help me lick the grit from behind my ears." Talkit scurried after him, catching up to Sandgrass as he reached the tunnelers' bracken path. Sandgrass stopped and shook out his pelt. Talkit screwed up his face as mud splattered on him. Purr rumbled in Sandgrass's throat. "You'll get used to the mucky fur." Talkit shuddered. "You're getting him dirty!" Palebert's mew rang across the camp. Talkit turned to see his mother hurrying toward them. "He's helping me get clean," Sandgrass accepted. "He wants to get the grit from behind my ears, don't you, Talkit?" Talkit gazed at his father's mud-crusted head. "Not really. I guess he'd have to learn. He's got to learn how." Tailbird touched her, so Talkit said, "One day he'll be cleaning the grit from his own ears." Sandgrass's eyes shone. "Can't wait till we can go on patrol together." He looked from Palebird to Talkit. "Run the tunnels, just the three of us." Albert sighed. It may be a while before I join you. Sandgrass looked up sharply. What do you mean? His gaze darkened. Surely you'll be ready by the time Talkit's an apprentice. Albert shook her head. I don't think I'll be strong enough. Of course you will. Sandgrass leaned forward and pressed his cheek against hers. This will bring fatter prey, and you'll have your strength back in time. Still, Talkit stared anxiously at his mother. You'll be better, won't you? I hope so, Palebird murmured. Turning, she headed toward the nursery. Go with her, Talkit, Sandgrass refused. I think she needs some cheering up. Talkit hesitated. What about your ears? I'll wash them myself. Talkit trotted after his mother, scrambling over the tusk grass until he caught up with her. The accompanying scent of wool and milk enfolded him as they entered the nursery. Brackenwing sat up as Palebird curled into her nest. The queen's pale ginger pelt was ruffled with sleep. Where are Bartkit and Shrewdkit? She meowed. Does she know that Bartkit is planning to ask Tallstar if he can become Hawkhart's apprentice? Talkit wondered it. He figured it wasn't his place to tell Brackenwing if she didn't know. They're playing outside. He scrambled over the edge of the nest and slid in beside Palebird's belly. He was hungry. Palebird pulled away as he nuzzled into her belly. No, Talkit. Talkit froze. No, he whittled closer, closing his eyes, bringing his mother's tempting, milky scent. Palebird shoved him away with the back of the pot. I said no, Talkit. No milk? He stared at her in disbelief. It's drying up, she told him. You're old enough to eat from the prey heap now. But he searched for a way to change her mind, but Palebird was staring at him blankly. Brackenwing's nest rustled. It's okay, Talkit. She climbed out the heather and leaned to look at his ears. Shrewdkit and Bartkit have been eating from the prey heap for a moon. They prefer prey now. No milk at all? Talkit couldn't believe Palebird hadn't warned him. His mother half closed her eyes. You'll enjoy eating with the big kids, she murmured. Talkit felt Brackenwing's target's gruff with her teeth. He scrambled at the nest, snagging wool in his claws as she lifted him out. His fur spiked. It's not fair. Brackenwing lowered him gently onto the floor. Let Palebird rest, she nosed him toward the entrance. Numbly, Talkit stumbled forward. Behind him, Brackenwing was tucking wool around his mother. You get some sleep, dear, she whispered as Palebird tucked her nose under her paws and closed her eyes. With a pang of sadness, Talkit slid from the den. He landed on the damp grass and fluffed out his fur on the chill. Wool was tufted beneath his claws. He shook it out crossly and stared across the camp. The prey heap was stacked high. He could see a rabbit near the bottom with small brown mouse bodies piled up. Belly crunk, he stomped toward the heap. He reached to sniff warily. Rich scent swamped his tongue. He drew back, wrinkling his nose. First time Plume Cosmeo made him jump? The dark she-cat nosed in beside him. Try a mouse first. It's not strong, and it's easy to chew. She tugged out one of the little brown bodies from the heap and dropped at its paws. Be careful of the bones. She tapped the haunches of the mouse with her soft gray foot. Take a bite there. Talkit leaned down, trying not to breathe the prey scent. I want milk. Shane, closing his eyes, he sank his teeth into the soft flesh. Flavor flooded his tongue, huge and warm. Not bad, eh? Plume purred. Talkit wasn't sure. He ripped a small chunk of the mouse and looked at her. The juicy meat was strange, but not horrible. He began to chew. There you go. Plume's eyes glowed. She looked at a bird from the pile with a claw and pointed at a patch of grass beside the heather with the wild cat. Let's take our meal over there and stop cutting the prey heap. Grabbing the bird between her teeth, she patted across the grass. Talkit picked up the mouse and followed. He puffed out his chest proudly as it swung from his jaws. He felt like a moor runner bringing prey home to the clan. He settled beside Plumclaw. She took a bite of the bird. "This is a thrush," she explained, her mouth full. "It tastes a bit woody," she swallowed, "but I prefer lapwing. But we only hunt them after the breeding season." Talcott took another bite of the mouse. He knew what to expect this time and began to release the chewy scent. "You'll be an apprentice soon, then you can catch your own prey," Plumclaw told him. Catch my own prey? Talcott wondered what tunnel hunting was like. Chasing rabbits in the dark wouldn't be as much fun as chasing rabbits on the moor. "Did you like being an apprentice?" he asked Plumclaw. "It was great." Plumclaw tore another mouthful from her thrush. Talcott glanced at her from the corner of his eyes. "Were you glad you were going to be a teller? Can't be glad to be told they would spend their life underground?" "Of course." Plumclaw shook a feather from her muzzle. "Both my parents were tunnels, and I knew I'd be good because I'm small and my paws are wide and strong." Coming up, Talcott could see mud trapped beneath her claws, even though the rest of her pelt was washed clean. "Do you like being underground?" Talcott sounded unsure. Unconcerned. He didn't want her to guess he was having second thoughts about being a tunnel. What if she told Sandgross? "I love it," she told him. "It feels like a secret world. Above me, prey runs, warriors patrol, clouds move over the moor, and no one except my tunnel mates know where we are." "Don't you miss the wind in your pelt?" "No." Plumclaw looked down in surprise. "It's snug underground. I feel safe with the air pressing against my fur." Talcott smiled. "You sound like you're half a mole." "Maybe I am," as Plumclaw purred with amusement. Bartkid scrambled out of the meeting hall. Talcott sat up as his den-mate bounced toward them. "Tallstar said yes!" Bartkid stopped in front of him. "I can be Hawkheart's apprentice." "I didn't know you wanted to be in a medicine apprentice," Plumclaw purred. "Congratulations." "Yeah," Talcott licked the blood from his lips. "Congratulations. Can't help but feeling a pang of envy. You'll be doing what you want, while I spend the day digging holes." "Talcott?" Bartkid was frowning at. "What's wrong?" Talcott lifted his chin. He wasn't being fair to his friend. "Nothing. I'm really happy for you." Bartkid noticed his spots. "You're eating prey." Talcott puffed out his fur feather. "It's good. I like Shrew the best," Bartkid told him. "It tastes heathery." He glanced over his shoulder at the grassy clearing. "Do you want to play rabbit?" Talcott took a quick bite of the mouse and pushed the rest for Plumclaw. "Here." "Thanks," she meowed. "Are you sure you've had enough?" "Yeah, plenty." Talcott jumped to his paws. "Shall I be the rabbit this time?" he asked Bartkid. Bartkid flicked his stubby tail. "Yes." "Okay," Talcott mewed. "But I'm not hiding under any grouse bushes. They're too prickly." "Don't worry," Bartkid assured them. If you step on another thorn, I can get it out. I can always pull it out. Well, this has been the end of Tallstar's Revenge, Chapter 4. I have been Music23. I am sorry if you could hear my cat. He spent the night in the garage. He somehow spent the night in the garage, and he likes attention. So, yep, this video will be posted earlier today because it's a late start here. So this will be the chapter for today. I will be back Saturday with Chapter 5. Comment and subscribe. Bye!